Yeah, hello. Good morning. It's another Thursday morning. Welcome to another edition of Walk with the Epistles. We'll look at 2 Corinthians 1, verse 9 and 10. He will still deliver. But let's enjoy GDK first. More than gold. He and she and Chiho. Good morning. Melody and harmony. Sweet Jesus, you're the one that I see through. Sweet Jesus, yes, I'm dancing to your tune. For as the day burns for my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, this heart beats for you. As the day burns for my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes. This heart beats for you. Something more than gold. Of course, something more than gold. Something more than gold. Of course, something more than gold. If all of God is Jesus, I've got something more than gold. I'll tell it to this world. Jesus is more than gold. More than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. I tell it to this world. Jesus is more than gold. It's such an honor that you call me your own. Your love is unchangeable, keeps coming after me. Shepherd of my heart, I love how you love me. Treasure of my soul, I stand in awe of you. As the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, this heart beats for you. As the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, this heart beats for you. Something more than gold, I've got something more than gold. Something more than gold, I've got something more than gold. If all I've got is Jesus, I've got something more than gold. I'll scream it to the world now. Jesus is more than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. Oh, Jesus is more. Jesus, you are more than gold. Nothing else matters but you. Jesus is more than. Jesus, you are more than. You are everything. Jesus is more than one. More than one could be. More than everything to me. Jesus, you mean so much more too. I got something more than gold. If all I've got is you, you are more than gold. You're more than gold. You're more than gold. You are more than gold. You're more than gold. More than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. My brother, my sister, Jesus is more than gold. More than gold, more than riches. You are everything to me, oh God. More than life, you are more than gold. As the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, This heart beats for you. I steady up and for what I sow. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. This heart beats for you. Yes, that is Chinwo and GDK with More Than Gold. Good morning, welcome to my Thursday morning broadcast known as Walk with the Epistles, where we study something from the Epistles. This morning, I want to look at something we looked at before. Another theme, it will still deliver. Other version says he will yet deliver. This was Paul writing to Timothy concerning some trouble which he and his team encountered in one of their missionary journeys in Asia. And Paul says concerning it that they were troubled on every side. And one thing Paul says is that they had a sentence of death in themselves. Now, Paul was writing this to the Corinthian church in Achaia who were facing a lot of persecution, to let them know that he also has been through this. A lot of times people have this feeling that what they are going through, they are the only ones going through it. Sometimes someone may be smiling like I'm smiling this morning, but you don't know what we also go through. We all go through a lot of things. We don't like to always say it and show it because you don't want to discourage others. But sometimes you share it to encourage others, especially when you sense and you discern that the person thinks that what he's going through, nobody has ever gone through it before. The Bible says there's no temptation which has come our way which is not common to man. But with every temptation, God will make a way of escape. So Paul was writing to encourage the Corinthian church and all the churches, the saints in the region of Achaia, that they should be encouraged with their trials and the temptations they are going through, and that he also suffered in Asia. And he said they suffered to the point that they had a sentence of death in themselves. That means that the trouble was so much, they were pressed so much on every side that they felt they were never going to survive, they were never going to come out of it. A lot of times we go through things and we think, as for this thing, this is going to consume me, this is going to consume my family, this is going to consume my business, this is going to consume my marriage, my relationship, whatever. But God always has a way of helping us to escape it. And so Paul wrote this thing to Timothy and the church in Corinthians to encourage them. So I read for you 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 9 and 10. Let me start from verse 8. It says, "For we do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, of our trouble which came to us in Asia, that we were burdened beyond measure, above strength, so that we despaired even of life." So Paul says they had so much trouble they said the burden was beyond measure, so that above their strength, what they are able to bear, so that they despaired even of life. There are several times we have all been there. It says, yes, we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in God who raises the dead. So it says they had, he and his team, Paul said he and his team, they had a sentence of death in themselves. That means that they gave up within themselves, they had given up. So that they do not trust in themselves, but in God who raises the dead. Why did he say that they had a trust in God who raised the dead? Because they felt they were going to die. So even if they died, they had enough faith and trust in God that he could still raise them from the dead, because the situation they're facing, they felt this is death. Then the verse 10, which my emphasis for this one, it says, "Who delivered us from so great a death, and thus deliver us, in whom we trust that he will still deliver us." That's why my theme for this morning, that he will still deliver us. Sometimes we go through a very big trouble, we, our families, our loved ones, and God delivers us. And then he delivers us again. And then when we are facing another trouble a third time, we say, oh, maybe I will not be third time lucky. If God saved me the first time, second time, this third time, there's going to consume me, or this fourth time, there's going to consume me. But Paul is saying that we trust God who delivered us in the past, who is delivering us today, and whom we trust that he will still deliver us in the future, which makes it clear that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. The same God who delivered you and I, your family and my family, from that tribulation years ago, and is delivering us from whatever we are encountering today, will deliver us from anything tomorrow. And so Paul says, be encouraged that the God who delivered us from the trials yesterday, he is delivering us today, and he will still deliver us tomorrow. This morning, this word is just to encourage you and I, that whatever we may be going through with our families, let's trust God. So there are times where we'll have the sentence of death in ourselves. We'll feel that this thing there is going to consume us, but let's trust in God who delivers and who even raises the dead, that whatever the situation will be, God will eventually come through for you and I, because he is God and he never fails. Amen. May your week end well. Catch you on Saturday morning for the words of Jesus. Good morning. Stay blessed.